Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to the black and yellow brand. Welcome back to NXT, and we are coming hot off the heels of our last pay-per-view event, Takeover Brooklyn. We are live here in Richmond, Virginia, and what a pay-per-view it was, ladies and gentlemen. Just to kick us off, the NXT Championship match. It was defending NXT champion Aleister Black facing the Lunatic Fringe, Dean Ambrose of the Shield. Back and forth, man. This match went all over the ringside area. A hell of a contest it was indeed. A striking man's fest. At the end of the night, though, Ambrose and Aleister Black, they went toe-to-toe. Both men left everything they could possibly leave in the ring. Aleister Black took to the sky, took plenty of chances in this matchup, lived up to his name, the striking man from Amsterdam. I even believe that Aleister Black knocked out one of Dean Ambrose's tooth. Strike after strike. Aleister Black even hit the Black Mass during this contest, though it was on the outside. And then from there, Roman Reigns distracted the referee. Seth Rollins would come through the crowd, hit a sling blade and the Seth Walker, throw Aleister Black back into the ring, and then Aleister would be hit with not one, not two, but 3 dirty deeds. And ladies and gentlemen, Dean Ambrose is the new NXT champion. And well, looks like we're not going to waste any time here tonight. The Shield is going to make their presence known. The all too familiar sight, but it looks like the Shield's luggage has gotten just a little bit heavier. You see, they are not only the World Tag Team Champions. Dean Ambrose now has that coveted NXT Championship around his waist. The Shield has all the hardware here in NXT. And to my surprise, the crowd seems to be behind the Shield. It was pretty much the exact same atmosphere in the Barclays Center this past Sunday in Brooklyn. The Shield seem to be winning over fans. They seem to have little by little fans everywhere we go. We see the juggernaut Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins. They successfully defended their World Tag Team Championships, if you can call it a successful title defense. They took out Hanson early on in the night, and then later on they would take out Rowe as well, leaving Rowe battered and bloody. It is going to be a while before we see the War Raiders back here in NXT. We will have an update on Hanson and Rowe here in the coming weeks on NXT. But it looks like we're going to hear from the new NXT champion, the Lunatic Fringe of the Shield, Dean Ambrose, as we turn it over to Dean to see what he has to say. Well, that was just a little bit uncalled for, ladies and gentlemen, but this is what Dean Ambrose was referring to. AJ Styles is now a member of the New Japan Pro Wrestling roster, and I'm not exactly sure what to say about that. Ambrose, Reigns, and Rollins all putting the rest of the NXT roster on notice, pointing their finger right at Kevin Owens, saying, "We have not forgot about you." But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, your main event here tonight, we're going to see Daniel Bryan returning to in-ring competition as he faces EC3, Ethan Carter III, 2 of the 6 participants that we're going to see here in just a few short weeks in the Money in the Bank ladder match. It is your main event here tonight on NXT. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is just about time we get our first bit of action underway here tonight on NXT. And what better way to kick us off than with the man that retained his North American Championship.
And his opponent from Maryville, Quebec, Canada, weighing in at 266 pounds, the NXT North American Champion, Kevin Owens.
This past Sunday at Takeover Brooklyn, Kevin Owens was indeed in a fight with the Swiss Superman Cesaro. Back and forth it was in that matchup, ladies and gentlemen. They threw everything that they could possibly throw at each other. But in the end, it was not 1, but 2 package pile drivers that put down the Swiss Superman Cesaro. Kevin Owens was victorious. As you see, he enters the ring and holds that North American Championship high above his head for everyone here in Richmond to see. Kevin Owens looks ready to go. He looks ready to pick up another win here tonight on the black and yellow brand. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you all so much for once again joining us here. We certainly hope that you have enjoyed your day thus far. What better way to cap it all off than with some good old-fashioned NXT action as the referee signals for the bell. Both men circle around in the center of the ring. They tie up. And it is Xavier Woods making his debut here tonight on NXT. Pushes Kevin Owens into the ropes. Referee gonna look to get a clean break, and indeed gets one. Both men tie up once again. This time it's Xavier Woods getting the better of the collar and elbow tie-up as he takes down the North American Champion. Now, Kevin Owens gonna fight his way back up to a vertical base shot right there to the lower back of Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods, though, quickly with the go behind. Kevin Owens now gonna take Xavier back down with a snapmare. Kevin Owens, you know he has to be riding high on that cloud of momentum. You know that he has to be in I wouldn't say a good mood, because I know Kevin Owens is never in a good mood, but he's in a less angry mood, let's call it, than usual, since retaining that North American Championship this past Sunday at Takeover Brooklyn. Quick jab right there from Xavier Woods. And now a couple of more jabs in the corner from Xavier Woods, and it takes down the champ in the corner. And now Woods gonna stomp away at the chest of Kevin Owens. Woods now gonna bring the champ back up to his feet, though. A couple of more shots, and now look at this. Xavier Woods showing that he's got some moves in his repertoire. Kevin Owens now gonna roll out onto the apron, gonna look to get a breather from Xavier Woods. And you know Xavier Woods wants to make an impact here tonight in his debut. KO, though, back in the ring. He's got Xavier Woods up, drops him down with the go-home driver. Off the go-home driver. Kevin only gets a 1 count. Kevin Owens, since winning that North American Championship, has barely lost a match. I believe the only match that he has really lost since becoming the North American Champion was that match just a few short weeks ago here on NXT TV when he faced Cesaro. But he did rectify that loss this past Sunday. Kevin Owens, what has to be going through his frame of mind? What could be left for Kevin Owens to do? We've seen him take out Eric Young. We saw him take out Cesaro this past Sunday. His match in that champion versus champion match with Aleister Black back at Takeover Orlando was interrupted by the Shield. Could he possibly throw his name in the hat once again in that NXT Championship picture? But this time it's not. Aleister Black is Dean Ambrose as now. Xavier Woods goes into the cover. Woods now on the offense. Football kick right there to the back of the North American Champion. Left him unfazed, but that discus forearm strike did not. Woods now got Kevin Owens back up to his feet. Forearm strike right there from Xavier Woods. Woods once again showing that he's got some moves. Xavier Woods has been relatively impressive thus far here in his debut, and he wants the North American champ back up to his feet. Could have been looking for a fisherman buster right there, but Kevin Owens managed to fight his way out of it. Drops Xavier Woods down to a knee. The champ's got him up in a fireman's carry position. Takes him over down into the gut buster and follows it up with a senton. Vintage Kevin Owens right there. Vintage Owens with that senton right there. Now Owens gonna send Xavier Woods into the corner. Kick right there into the midsection of Xavier Woods. Follows it up. Now he's got Woods stunned in the corner. Cannonball. Cannonball right there from Kevin Owens. And I think he is done playing around with Xavier Woods. He's got him hooked. Pump handle neck breaker from Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens saying that's it. He is done playing games. Kick to the midsection right there from Kevin Owens. Package pile driver from the North American champion. And very few men have kicked out of the package pile driver. And Xavier Woods is no different here tonight on NXT. Kevin Owens picks up another win here on the black and yellow brand. And what can be said about Kevin Owens? Except that he is one bad man. You know that he wants that NXT championship. Will he be turning his attention back to that NXT championship as we see a sign of sportsmanship right here between these two individuals? That is what NXT is all about, ladies and gentlemen. The highest amount of competition and sportsmanship, ladies and gentlemen. That is what Kevin Owens embodies. Next week, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to see the return of the Queen of Spades after becoming the inaugural NXT Women's Champion this past Sunday in the Barclays Center at Takeover Brooklyn. Shayna Baszler returns to the black and yellow brand for the first time as NXT Women's Champion. It happens next week. You are not going to want to miss it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are moving along to some tag team action as we see a new team making their debut here tonight on NXT. We have seen Chad Gable in the past, just a few short weeks ago. He faced Cesaro, but this time he is tag teaming with a new individual, making his debut here to the black and yellow brand. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to welcome in Jason Jordan. This team right here, they call themselves the American Alpha, and well, we're going to see if they can live up to that nickname, to that moniker, because their opponents here tonight, they call themselves the Sultans of Swag, and you'd be hard-pressed to not agree with them. Angelo Dawkins right there in the front. Montez Ford coming around right in front of them. They are the Street Profits.
And their opponent, at a combined weight of 492 pounds, Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins, the Street Profits.
I saw Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford in the catering area earlier today, and I asked Montez Ford, what's in that cup of yours? He simply said, it's Num Num Juice. I'm not exactly sure what Num Num Juice is, but it works for Montez Ford, and it works for Angelo Dawkins. At the end of the day, that is all that matters. Can the Street Profits pick up a win here tonight on NXT? It has been a while since we have seen them. I do believe the last time that we saw them, it was in the World Tag Team Championship Tournament when they fought the Shield in, I believe it was the first round. That was a while ago. The Street Profits have since been in Evolve Wrestling. They are the current reigning Evolve Tag Team Champions. They don't have the gold here tonight. But if you ask them, if you ask Montez, if you ask Angelo, they are gold 24/7, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. But can they be gold here tonight and knock off Chad Gable and Jason Jordan here in this tag team contest as the referee signals for the match to get underway? And now, Montez Ford gonna wrench on the arm of Chad Gable. Gable, a 2012 Olympian. We have seen, as I said before, we saw him in action just a few short weeks ago against Cesaro. It was a hell of a match that those two put on. The amateur wrestling of Chad Gable, the pure strength, the unmatched strength of Cesaro. Chad Gable, though, he put up a fighting effort, but it was to no avail. Cesaro would get the better of him, as Gable now has Montez Ford in the side headlock. Ford now going to send Chad Gable off into the ropes. Collision right there in the center of the ring. Chad Gable now. Beautiful transition Sweeps the leg out from Montez Ford. Not going to look to work on the leg. This could be smart strategy right here for Chad Gable. As Gable now going to look to impose that strategy. Now he's got an ankle lock locked in on Montez Ford. Montez, I don't think he realizes how close he is to the ropes, but it doesn't matter. Ford now going to shoot Chad Gable off. Gable now going to send Montez Ford into the corner. Was looking for a splash, but nobody home. Ford saw it coming. Irish whip reversal right there from Chad Gable. Shot reversed from Montez Ford. Ford comes back into the ring. Fireman's carry takedown. Takes Gable off his feet. And now a reversal from Gable. These two men going reversal for reversal here so far in this contest. Ford now going to have Chad Gable in his corner. Picks him up and drops him across the top rope. Hot shot right there. Drops the Olympian across the top rope. Gonna knock the wind out of your sail real quick. Forearm strike right there from Chad Gable. Rocks the world of Montez Ford, but Ford again back and forth, reversal for reversal. These two men, you would think that these two men would have had match after match, but no, this is their first time meeting. Gable now gonna bring Montez Ford back up to his feet. Irish whip. Gonna send Ford into his corner. Tag. In comes Jason Jordan. Irish whip. Jason caught him in a belly-to-belly suplex. Takes down Montez Ford. Ford now. Irish whip. Gonna send Jason Jordan into his corner now. Tag. In comes the big man, Angelo Dawkins. The Street Profits now gonna send Jason Jordan off into the ropes. Double hip toss right there. These are the two, I guess you would classify them as the big men of their respective teams, but they both have agility. These men can take to the sky if need be. And that's almost hard to believe. These two men now on the outside. As a reminder, we do have a 20 count here in NXT. Jason Jordan now going to look to go for a scoop slam. Angelo Dawkins saw it coming though. Right there from Jason Jordan, who takes down Angelo Dawkins with a clothesline on the outside. Look at this, the quick go behind. Jason Jordan, no stranger to amateur wrestling himself. Jordan now going to send Angelo Dawkins back into the ring. Not going to waste any time. He doesn't want to count out victory. Irish whip on the apron once again. This time though, Angelo Dawkins going to bring Jason Jordan in the hard way with a suplex. And now drops a fist. No! Jason Jordan saw it coming. He managed to get out of the way. And now fireman's carry takedown. These two teams, I'm telling you, it's almost as if they have faced each other before. But no, this is their first encounter. They are going move for move. They have studied the tapes. Kick to the midsection right there from Jason Jordan and a standing drop kick. Both of these teams going reversal for reversal. Was looking for a spear right there in the corner. It looked like it was Jason Jordan. And now a couple of stomps right there from Angelo Dawkins, who's got Jason Jordan down in the corner. Stomp right there to the back of the neck. Angelo Dawkins now going to look wrench on the neck of Jason Jordan. These two teams, you got to believe, whichever one of these teams picks up the victory here tonight on NXT, they could be throwing their name into the hat for a World Tag Team Championship match at some point in time as Jason Jordan tags in Chad Gable, though not in enough time as Angelo Dawkins tags in Montez Ford. European uppercut from Ford. Running forearm strike right there. The crowd is on their feet. Ford was looking like he was going to go for a clothesline. Chad Gable saw it coming though, and another drop kick right there from Chad Gable takes down Montez Ford. It would look like he wanted to pick up the pace of this matchup, though Chad Gable shut him down immediately. Kick right there from Montez Ford. Spins him around and drops. Chad Gable is Montez Ford. Ford now kick to the midsection. What could he be looking for here? DDT? Maybe? Yes! Spike Chad Gable. Did Montez Ford. Ford now going to quickly go into the cover. No wasted motion right there from Ford. And it is Jason Jordan breaking up the pinfall attempt. You see right there on the outside, Angelo Dawkins is just now getting back up on the apron. And now Ford, no, Hurricane Rana right there from Chad Gable. Gable now, the momentum has shifted 180 degrees. Jason Jordan now going to come back into the ring. Oh, look at the power of Jason Jordan. Belly to belly suplex from the apron back into the ring. Jason Jordan now going to send Montez Ford into the corner. This match could be looking just a little bit oblique for the Street Profits right now. Look at the power of Jason Jordan. From corner to corner is Jason Jordan. Shot right there. No, Montez Ford saw him coming. He caught the strike from Jason Jordan. Now going to send Jordan into his corner. Tag. In comes Angelo Dawkins. Sets him up. Sky high frog splash right there. Angelo Dawkins quickly into the cover right there. Will this be it? Up the frog splash. And it indeed is. The Street Profits pick up the victory here tonight on NXT. They are victorious over American Alpha here tonight on NXT TV. And with that victory, you gotta believe they have to have thrown their name in the conversation for the NXT World Tag Team Championship picture. Could we potentially be seeing the #1 contenders for the World Tag Team Champions? Well, ladies and gentlemen, before we get to our main event of this week's show, we want to talk about the main event of next week's show, as we are going to have 2 more participants from the Money in the Bank ladder match that will be coming up here in a few short weeks, as Mr. NXT Roderick Strong faces the heart and soul of NXT, Mustafa Ali. It is your main event next week right here on this show. But ladies and gentlemen, it is now time as we are back out here in the arena as we see the 1%.
Making his way to the ring from Palm Springs, Florida, weighing in at 231 pounds, EC3.
Now EC3 says that he is the top 1%, but if you go based off his win-loss record thus far here in NXT, you wouldn't really say that EC3 is the top 1%. I do believe that he is yet to pick up a victory here in Season 2 of NXT. And well, if you want to be the top 1%, then you have to have at least a couple of wins under your belt, just a few notches. And EC3 honestly can't say that. Can he right that wrong though here tonight on NXT as he faces the yes man of NXT, Daniel Bryan. What a main event this is going to be, ladies and gentlemen. The top 1%, EC3, the yes man himself, Daniel Bryan. It don't get no bigger than this, folks, without the championship being on the line. EC3 looks ready to go. Can he get a victory, finally get a victory here tonight on NXT? Or will he fall short once again? We are about to find out as the crowd rallies behind EC3. They love the top 1% here in Richmond. We have EC3. And now, here comes the yes man of NXT. None other than Daniel Bryan.
And his opponent from Aberdeen, Washington, weighing in at 192 pounds, Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan, a surefire fan favorite here in NXT. It has been a while since we have seen Daniel Bryan. I do believe Daniel decided to go back to saying yes, as the last time we saw him, for some strange reason, he was saying no. Wonder what that was about. Nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, Daniel Bryan, the yes is back here in NXT. And the last time we saw Daniel Bryan, I do believe he was facing then NXT champion Aleister Black. And what a hell of a match that was. Both of those men, it was kicks, submissions, everything you could possibly think of, anything you could possibly want. It was in that match between those two competitors. Daniel Bryan now going to look to get a victory here tonight on NXT, heading towards this Money in the Bank ladder match that we have coming up in just a number of weeks, as the referee now signals for the bell, and both of these men going to walk to the center of the ring, collar and elbow, and it is EC3 going to get the better of the situation. EC3 takes down Daniel Bryan. He's got his high headlock right there and a shot right there to the face. from Ethan Carter III. EC3 was looking for a punch right there. Daniel scooped him up before he could get it. Carter, though, fights out of the fireman's carry. Drops Daniel Bryan with a reverse DDT, and both these men tie up once again. And this time it's Daniel Bryan getting the better. He's got a side headlock right here on EC3. Can Carter get out of this? Can Carter finally pick up a win here in NXT? It's been a while since he's been in the winning column. Will tonight be the night for EC3? Will Daniel Bryan pick up a win? Momentum is key here in this matchup. You want to build momentum heading into the Money in the Bank ladder match. Forearm strike right there from Daniel Bryan. And takes over Carter with a Northern Light suplex. Opts not the bridge. Does Daniel Bryan. Gonna bring him back up to a vertical base though. German suplex from Daniel Bryan. No. EC3 beautifully shifts his weight. Carter has him now. Exploder suplex right there from EC3. Takes over Daniel Bryan, and EC3 saying, come on. He's never short on confidence. Is Ethan Carter III as he takes over Daniel Bryan with a scoop slam. Goes into the pinfall attempt. Doesn't even get a 1 count though. Daniel Bryan is going to take a hell of a lot more to put down the American Dragon. Daniel Bryan, duck under. Goes Bryan, leapfrog over and takes over EC3 right there. Knee into the gut. Kick right there from Daniel Bryan right behind the ear of EC3. That can knock you out. EC3 just shoves Daniel Bryan away. Gonna look to go for a suplex. No, Daniel Bryan counters. Knee right there to the temple. And now it's Bryan. No, it's EC3. Counters him. Takes him over with a snapmare. Does EC3 and takes him over. EC3 gonna look to weather the storm, so to speak. Or not to wither the storm, as just as I say that, Boston Crab, a submission attempt right here from EC3. This could be a mistake. You do not want to get into a submission game with Daniel Bryan. He is one of the best in the business today. He is not named the American Dragon for no reason. He is not known as one of the best in the game just because it's a fancy moniker. Daniel Bryan, when it comes to submissions, he can make anyone tap on any given night. But will he be able to make EC3 tap out here tonight on NXT TV? EC3 now gonna try and fight back up to a vertical base. Daniel Bryan though gonna roll out to the apron. EC3 now waiting for Daniel Bryan to get back to his feet. He's got him hooked now, gonna take him, bring him back in the hard way with a suplex. EC3 must have seen our last match with Angelo Dawkins, the way he brought in Jason Jordan, and Daniel Bryan nips back up to his feet. Daniel Bryan, I said it earlier, it is gonna take a hell of a lot more than just a few fancy maneuvers here and there to take Daniel Bryan out of the game. Daniel Bryan now bounced off the top turnbuckle. Shot right there, though Daniel Bryan takes down EC3, and here are the patented yes kicks from the yes man, Daniel Bryan. Oh yes! That final blow right to the head of EC3. Daniel Bryan now waiting for EC3 to get back to his feet. Could have been looking for the yes lock or maybe the running knee, but it doesn't matter. EC3 saw it coming, the 1%er. 1%er right there from EC3. Will this be enough? Will it put away Bryan the first win? No. Near fall for EC3. Near fall for EC3. He almost picked up his first win in a long time here in NXT. And now he's got Daniel Bryan stunned in the corner. Was looking for the EC3 splash, but nobody was home. No water in the pool for EC3. As Daniel Bryan takes over Carter with that double underhook suplex. Daniel Bryan now wants EC3 back up to his feet, though. EC3 saw it coming. Shoves Daniel Bryan away. Cutter right there. Running cutter from EC3. And then only gets a 1 count on Daniel Bryan. Kick right there. Football kick misses. Side suplex right there from the American Dragon. Daniel Bryan drops EC3. Stomp to the neck for good measure. Knee right there to the temple. Could be setting up for that patented running knee that we have seen Daniel Bryan put away many before. Though Carter, Daniel Bryan, just as I say that, it is reversal for reversal in this match. Hurricane Rana right there from Daniel Bryan. And EC3 rolls out to the outside. He needs a breather, but Daniel Bryan quickly up to the top rope. High rent district. This is dangerous. Drop kick right there to the outside from Daniel Bryan. He is not going to allow a moment's notice of reprieve for the top 1% here. But EC3 sends Daniel right back into the ring. And this is what I was talking about. EC3's arrogance. EC3's arrogance is going to cost him. It is going to cost him. And it could have cost him this matchup. Though EC3 back up to his feet. Couple of clotheslines drop. Daniel Bryan in a big jumping clothesline takes down the American Dragon. EC3 is on a roll. He's got the momentum in his favor. Drops him down with the TK3. Off the TK3. EC3 goes into the pinfall attempt. Will this be it? Near fall for EC3. Oh my God. Daniel Bryan kicks out of the TK3. He's back up to his feet. Looked like Daniel was going to go for the yes kicks once again. EC3 looked like he was going to go for a kick to the midsection. Carter saw it come though. He caught the foot. He evaded it the first time. He couldn't evade it the second time though. Oh yes! Kick after kick from Daniel Bryan in this matchup. How much more can EC3 withstand? Bryan now. Oh my God, look at the angle of the arm of EC3, and Daniel Bryan just stomps away at the arm. That is why he is one of the best technical wrestlers in the game today. Dragon Sleeper right there from Daniel Bryan. But EC3 gets out of it very, very quickly and just decks Daniel Bryan with that clothesline. Carter now going to drag Daniel Bryan into the corner. Going to go up to the top rope. High risk, high reward. Will it pay off? No! Bryan got the knees up. It did not pay off. It did not pay off one bit. Bryan wrestles him down. Yes lock. He's got the yes lock locked in. Can EC3 fight off the yes lock? He's close. If he can just reach out to the ropes. No, he can't do it. He can't do it. EC3 taps out. Daniel Bryan is victorious here tonight on NXT. That was a damn good match, ladies and gentlemen. I do have to say so. Back and forth in this contest. It's almost like this entire night. The competitors here tonight on NXT have just been going move for move, hold for hold, submission for submission, reversal after reversal. What a hell of a night this has been. We are just coming off the road of Takeover Brooklyn. Ladies and gentlemen, Brooklyn is in the rear view mirror. We have Money in the Bank in our sights. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen,
here is your winner, Daniel Bryan.
Where does EC3 go from here? Another match lost for the top 1%. And after loss, can EC3 still call himself the top 1%?